Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. And this reading is going to be around Meghan Markle's constant use of titles. Now, it's been talked about many people, and it was already discussed. And she keeps on doing this no matter how much scrutiny she gets. And the question for me is, does it really work? I mean, do people in the US actually listen to her more because of her use of title? I mean, as I heard from Sue Smith this morning, when she called all those congresswomen and introduced herself as hello, it's Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. The response should have been, I don't know who you are, and if you are not representing the British royal family, then there is nothing to discuss. You phoned from an unknown number, and for me, from a blocked number, and that's it. But people did listen to her. So why? So is it really something that gives her clout? Because you would think that for now everybody knows her, and it's not to be known because everybody knows who she is. So even if she does represent herself as Meghan Markle, everybody would know who is talking. So why the constant use of titles? Why every letter she writes she needs to put the Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex on top, or in the actual when she signs it? So, and I'm using the Tarot of Opposition because it gives me more of a way of seeing also the darker side of things. And first I'm going to clear the deck. And now I'm going to ask the question. So, do people in the US actually find the Sussex title meaningful? Do people in the US relate to the title, and this is why Meghan keeps using those titles? Are the titles giving Meghan more clout in the USA? Is she getting more clout because of that? Is using the title gives Meghan more of clout in the USA? So we will do the 9-card spread that I like and see what are the energies around this. And because this is the Tarot of Opposition, we get also we can get the reverse cards, which I usually don't read, but in this deck I do. So the first card is the World, and it is the World upright. So the World in the upright position means perfection, means being whole, and this is the significator card, and this tells me that in a way, yes, those titles do mean something. They do. The Americans, although they don't want to admit it, when they get this call for someone who represents himself as a duchess or a royal, it gives them something. It does something for them. And this card is very much a card of completion and of endings, but it is also a card of beginnings, because it is a cycle. When things end, they also begin. So it looks like the titles, she's using the titles because she knows that she can get some more clout out of it. So this is the first card about it. So this is the significator card. I'm going to try and enhance the lighting here, so maybe it will be easier to see. Okay, so the next card is the card that clarifies it, and we get the Hanged Man reversed. So the Hanged Man is the one who is changing his point of view, changing his perception. But when it is reversed, we see the negative part of it, and this is someone who feels like a sacrifice. This is a self-sacrifice. This is someone who is stubborn. This is someone who feels stuck, lack of energy, and feels that he's in between, and he needs some kind of a change to go forward. This is a card of someone who is lazy. So as a card that clarifies the world, it is very much a card that gives us the understanding that although she wants this completion, she wants this everything to be perfect, she's not very willing to do things for it. She's a lazy person, and she's using the titles because it gives her the clout that she didn't have before, and she's not willing to work for getting respect by the things that she's doing. She still wants the respect that she's getting by those titles, and she does get that respect. Now I remember I just read a book, and in that book it was about an American that is called Caroline Friday, that during the World War II was very known as someone who is very generous and acts for refugees. And and then there is this party where she is meeting the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and she is going to talk to the Duchess of Windsor, that wasn't styled as HRH, and according to the royal rules was not supposed to be courtesied to, but she did feel the need to call her Your Royal Highness, and she did feel the need to courtesy to her, although she did not have that title. So titles do mean something. They do make something even for the Americans that proclaim that they want their freedom, and we fought for our freedom, and we don't want we don't need titles, we don't need a royal family, but still it does give something. And the way that Meghan Markle is making herself seen as the sacrifice and someone who is being sacrificed, it is also giving her some more clout. Now, in the past position, we have the Six of Cups upright. Now, the Six of Cups is a card of second chances. This is a card of going to the looking at the past, looking at the family ties, but it is also a card of getting out of the comfort zone. Now here it is a little bit negatively aspect, but still this is a card of rectifying past error. And in the past, people did expect her to do that. They expected her to be to use those titles for good. They expected her to. They were willing to give her that second chance. They did expect her to do something for the good, and they did look at, and it does give them some kind of a nostalgic and a reminiscence feeling when she is using those titles. So that is the past position, and the hidden influence is the Queen of Cups, but it is the Queen of Cups in the reverse position. Now, the Queen of Cups is the adventurer, someone who is able to change things. Now, as you can see here, this is someone who drinks the cup. So this is the negative aspect of the Queen of Cups. And the negative aspect is addiction, is resentment, it's vengeance, it's also instability, it is excess use of sexuality, and being promiscuous, cheating, and revengeful. And this is how she's using the clout. This is the hidden influence. And the hidden influence is that she's using her clout, she's using her, the opening that she gets for as the Duchess, and by using those titles, she's using it for all those very bad things. This is a card of, as I said, addiction, obsessiveness, revenge, and she is taking revenge at the royal family, and we see that all the time. Now, the card that is explaining that, this is the card that is explaining the hidden influence, is the Five of Cups, the upright. Now, the Five of Cups, it is the Five of Cups. Yes, the Five of Cups upright is a card of being despaired. This is someone who is despaired, even though it is in the upright position, it is being despaired. This is a card of depression. This is a card of someone who lacks trust. And when it is negatively aspected, it is even more than that. It is someone who is pessimistic, and has a lack of communication, and once again, as I said, lack of trust, but is also paranoid and passive. So she is in some kind of despair, and using those titles gives her the inner feeling of importance. And when people react to those titles, it gives her even more of an inner feeling of importance, and it is as a card that is a card that clarifies the Queen of Cups. So as we said, the Queen of Cups is very negatively here. She's the queen that is the one that is revengeful, the one that is addicted to things, and the one that is unstable and uses her sexuality, and moreover she does that because of those feelings of despair. This is the clarification of this card. So this is the hidden influence, and now we get to the present position, and the present position is the Page of Pentacles, but in the reverse position. And the Page of Pentacles is usually the clerk. So he is usually, when he's in the upright position, he is someone very orderly, very worried about money, but he's very pedantic, very organized. When it is in the negative aspect, this is someone who is very passive. So this is another card of being passive. This is someone who is very cheap, fear of change, hard to think of, is very hard for him to think out of the box, and very hard to initiate things. So this is another card of being passive, just like the card that we got previously, the Hanged Man reversed. So this is another card of someone who is also cheap, but also passive, and this is how she is right now. She is right now waiting for others to do the work for her, waiting for the titles to do the work for her, and she is very passive. She's not actually doing anything herself. Now, the advice. So, can we give her some advice? And the advice is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is, just like the Queen of Cups is the adventurer, the King of Cups is the one that is the one who feels deprived all the time, motivated by the need of emotional stability, and is someone that is also influenced by his mother and the family, but is someone that is very all the time feels that he is deprived, that he does not get the clout that he deserves, that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. And this, as an advice card, tells her to start looking at what she has and stop acting like that. Start acting more like the King of Swords, which is the one who is the appeaser, the one who is thriving to peace and wants to make everyone around him in a peaceful situation. So this is the advice is stop acting like the King of Cups. And this is, although the King of Cups is the upright position here and not the negative one, which is even worse than the upright position, but still this card tells her don't act like the King of Cups. Stop acting like the King of Cups, because this is what they have been doing ever since they decided to leave the royal family, even before. And then we get the Page of Cups as the clarification, and the Page of Cups is the artist. This is someone who can manifest by doing art, but she is not an artist. So this is also someone who needs mental health therapy. This is someone who is also in this mode of addictions, and he needs therapy. This is the most important thing here. So these two cups are telling her, stop acting so emotionally, start being more logic, start being thinking about the things that you're doing, and stop utilizing the titles that you don't really deserve, and start being more active and go and get some mental health therapy. Okay, and what is the future? The near future tells us, and we get the Strength. And the Strength card is the card of finding the strength that you need from your inside. So this card is telling her that she doesn't need those titles. That if she finds that strength from inside, then she won't need those titles. For as long as she doesn't find the strength, and when she doesn't find this control, then she is using those titles because this is her strength and this is her control. But if she does manage to find the strength from inside of her and start doing things, start being active, start acting out of logic and not out of emotions, then she might be able to succeed without those titles, and people won't be scrutinizing her day and night for using those titles. So As I see it, the Americans, as much as they hate to admit it, the titles do mean things for them. Without those titles, Harry and Meghan wouldn't get anywhere, because those titles do give them some kind of clout that is lacking without those titles. And the Americans, although they don't want to admit that, the titles do give them some kind of they feel some important, because they got a call from the Duchess of Sussex. So this is the hidden truth deck, and I just want to see what is the hidden truth behind the Americans' relation to titles. So what is the hidden truth here? So Americans and the British titles, Americans and the British titles, Americans and the British titles, Americans and the British titles. So let's see if we get something. And what I get is, my life is not as together as it seems. So this is very curious, because Meghan wants everyone to think that she is very much together, that she is happy, that she has a happy family life, and that she's important as herself, but her life is not as together as she really wants others to think. So, and this is another reason why she uses those titles. So this is it about the titles and the American people. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, write me a comment, write me an email, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.